My name is Sarah Holbrook. I'm a yoga trapeze teacher. I've been asked to answer the most frequently asked questions when it comes to yoga trapeze. Number one question we got, what's the difference between yoga trapeze and mat-based yoga? Okay, the biggest difference is we do a lot of push-pull in yoga trapeze, i.e. we use these straps where we do push-pull motions, and there's the suspension. Okay, it is in no way designed to take the place of your mat-based yoga. All it's designed to do, it's something that's doable for everybody, and it can enhance your mat-based yoga, not replace it. Please let me make that clear, because I'm a yoga teacher, and I like to see people in my class who can't get into back bends and stuff, get into passive back bends using the sling and feel really confident getting out their comfort zone with things that they would not normally do. Okay, so biggest difference is push-pull. We do a lot of strength training through the posterior chain, all those big muscle groups that run down the back end of your body, and we can get into a lot of inversions that you can't do on your mat-based yoga, but it just assists your mat-based yoga. So that's one of the big questions I get. The biggest difference is we do push-pull strength training, and we get into inversions that you can't get into in your mat-based yoga. Okay, now I need to put my glasses on for the rest of the questions, because I did print them up, because, you know, I just can't remember anything nowadays. That's not true. I can remember lots of things, but when it comes to questions, I had to print them up. Okay, so next question, question number 2. Is there a weight limit? Yes, there is. It's £300. I didn't make that weight limit, but it just makes sense to me because there's a lot of contradictions. There's acid reflux, there's blood pressure, heart conditions, and anybody over £300 definitely is dealing with a lot of weight, a lot of health issues. So they say £300 just to keep everybody safe, and the weight limit on this particular yoga trapeze is £300. Okay, next question. Can 2 people use the yoga trapeze? No, it's designed for 1 person. Okay, what if I feel dizzy or nauseous when I invert? I personally have encountered this in my classes. I have people go back and upside down, and they're like, I feel really dizzy, and you know, and I'll say, okay, come back up. And the best way to get over this is to just be persistent, stick with it. Do 10 seconds, 20 seconds, next time try for 15 seconds, you know, about 25 seconds, whatever. You know, you just, the longer you stay down, the more your body becomes accustomed to being inverted. Another big thing is practice on an empty stomach, and don't have caffeine for a couple hours before. That's the 2 big things. However, if you're doing this and you've got a good teacher and you're going through the instruction, you're doing the inversions, you're managing the rest of the class, and every time you invert, you're doing there for about 30 seconds and you go, oh God, I feel sick again. And it's, you know, this is going on for weeks and weeks. Maybe it's just not for you. So, you know, you speak to your instructor, and if you need to, speak to your doctor, but maybe yoga trapeze and inversions just aren't for you. So just, you know, just listen to your own body. Okay, next question. What if the fabric digs into my thighs and back? And I know I get this question, right, because it happens. I remember when I first started using the yoga sling, I had wee dimples and bruises, and I know everybody out there that has done this knows that you wake up and you get wee bruises because you're using a fabric, right? And it's tight, because when you get into an inversion, it's tight around your thighs. It's, you know, and there's, you know, sometimes you'll hang passively, you know, from under your arms, and you'll hang down here, right? So obviously, if you're not used to that, you're going to get some wee bruises and stuff, and it's just your body going, whoa, what's going on here? And it stops happening. It definitely stops happening unless you get into a new pose and hang a wee bit longer. Yeah, you will get some bruises and stuff because you're putting a tight material and you're hanging from it, but it's not anything to worry about. So yes, you will. Okay, next question. Sorry, I need to keep putting my glasses on. Is this the same as aerial yoga or aerial silks? It's, you know what, it's got its similarities. The biggest difference being, right, that this is not a stretchy material and you're not hanging high, right? This, with aerial yoga and aerial silks, you're hanging high off the ground a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time. With this, as you can see, right, this is like at either your belt line or your hip bone area. So when you actually invert, you're about, 46 inches off the ground. So that's the biggest difference. And a lot of people that do aerial silks and aerial yoga are people that come from a dance background, a circus background, a gymnastics background, and they really want to push themselves and get very artistic. For this is doable for everybody that just wants to try something else and, work. What we do here is we work with strength, flexibility and balance. So you're working with your grip strength in this, right? So, you're holding on to get into some of the poses. You really need good grip strength and upper body strength. So a good instructor will take you through your strength training time, your inversions. And so, yeah, that's where the difference lies. Is this like suspension? Is this like a suspension trainer like TRX? Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, when you take off this main sling, like if you take this off, you're left with the straps. You've got your high handles, your middle handles, and your low handles. So yeah, it's definitely like the TRX. You do a lot of push, pull, strength training, and you can get really strong. And a lot of my classes, we will start with just the straps only, and we get through, and some of my students are out there laughing going, oh yeah, she gets us into this and we're working on our upper body and our strength training and our core. But the reason we do that is there's a lot of great fun poses that you can do when you're doing yoga trapeze training, and you want to have that upper body strength, that core strength, so that you can progress. And you have to take it slow and easy. You do the strength work, the core work, and the flexibility and the balance work, and you get into some really fun poses. Next question that I got. Now, I put this out here on Facebook, Instagram, what else? My emails. I ask people on emails, is it possible to hurt yourself on the yoga trapeze? Okay, this is a strong practice. Like any new thing that you're taking on, of course it's possible to hurt yourself. So you have to take it really slow, do the groundwork, listen to your instructions, take it easy. Don't try to get into a pose that you've seen somebody doing on, YouTube or Instagram and go, I'm going to try that cold. Everything has, slow down, okay? Just slow down. I can't express this enough. Slow down, do the strength work, and believe me, when you can do all these fun poses, you'd be so happy that you did the groundwork before then. So the answer is yes, but it's avoidable by doing the groundwork. Okay, the next question. Do people ever fall out of the yoga trapeze? Yes. Yeah, falling out does happen. However, it's very, very rare. I have to say this, it's very rare, because it usually happens in your first inversion or your second inversion, or when you're trying to get into like a Superman pose, because you tend to shoot your legs up rather than back. Okay, but if you've got your instructor there, as I say, it's very rare. If you get your instructor there, they'll push your legs in the direction they're meant to go in. And if it does happen, you're usually about 6 inches off the floor, and you can just slide to the floor and have a good old giggle about it. How long can I safely hang upside down? Depends. It's like everything else, right? Each individual is completely different. The first time I went into an inversion, because think about your inversion is you're going back and upside down at the same time, right? First time I did it, I went upside down and I went, okay, that's enough, and I came right back up again. I was lucky if I was down there for 5 seconds. It's really funny. But You can be down there for anywhere once you're used to it, and once you get over your first inversion, you know, and most people panic going backwards and upside down, so it could be 5, 10, 15. Some people get down there and go, oh, I feel really good down here, and you know, they'll stay down there for 30 seconds to a minute. But usually during a class, during poses in a class, once you're used to it and once you've gone over the first instructions and got over your first inversion, anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes. Going through a sequence, and that can happen 2 to 3 times throughout your class, never longer than 30. Do doctors recommend yoga trapeze? Depends on the doctor. Right. There are doctors, there are chiropractors, there are physiotherapists all using yoga trapeze and certified in yoga trapeze, and they take it to their practice and they use it with people, and they highly recommend it because of the benefits of inversion therapy, you know, releasing the pressure on the lumbar vertebrae. It really depends on who you talk to. Some doctors who aren't familiar with it and aren't familiar with inversion therapy would go, no, just avoid it. But some doctors highly recommend it, so it really does depend on who you talk to. Do I recommend it? Depends on your health. Okay, so that takes us to the health. Is this for everybody? Okay, can anybody do yoga trapeze inversion therapy? The answer is no. Okay, there are contradictions. The contradictions are for if you're pregnant, you have hypertension, you're over 300 pounds, you have heart disease, glaucoma. These are big indicators, because this is putting too much pressure on the circulatory system and the heart, right? These are big indicators that no, you should not do inversions, you should not do this type of training. If you're in doubt, and I'm not a medical doctor, I'm just somebody that's practiced yoga, practiced the, you know, the physical benefits of yoga and yoga trapeze on the human body, and I swear by slowing everything down. However, if you're going to start any new activity, fitness activity, yoga, run, I mean, whatever it is, and you're in any way doubt, don't ask me, don't ask a teacher, don't go to them, you know, somebody, your pal, and say, you know, can I do this? Ask your doctor. If in doubt, ask your medical professional. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the inversions today. I'm just going to keep this short, and this is, I put this out there, and this was the questions that I got. Okay, obviously when you go into an inversion, you're taking all the pressure off your lumbar vertebrae, which is, you know, you get compressed in the lumbar vertebrae. Everybody does at one point or another in their body, in their lifetime, right? And going into an inversion obviously takes the weight off that and lengthens out, and it, you know, you get into traction there, and it's taking the pressure off the spine, which obviously is good for you. And there's also the diaphragmatic breathing aspect of it as well, but I'll save that for another video. If I haven't answered, I think I've answered all the questions that I got because I put it out there. If you have any other questions after this video that you'd like to, you know, shoot me, please go ahead, and I will go ahead and I will answer these questions. Thank you very much. Just, you know, keep looking back on my YouTube page is Sarah Holbrook. My social media is Sarah Holbrook. If you have any questions at all, please just contact me. The YouTube page has different YouTube videos going up all the time. So does my TikTok page. I have a TikTok page. My daughter got me doing that, and it's really fun. She's really helping me with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody that asked me the questions, and I hope I answered them. If I didn't answer your questions, contact me and I'll do my best to help out. Thanks, guys.